financially worry-free life. It is undeniable that money is important to our life. To be financially worry-free is critical to your health and happiness. To be financially worry-free, the most important thing is to accumulate wealth. Wealth is not merely money, but is the ability to generate money. If you have stocks and properties, they can help you generate consistent income and keep up with the inflation. We believe the value chain of wealth is starting from education, then career development, and after that, the personal finance including retirement planning. A value chain is a series of consecutive steps that go into the creation of a finished product. The value chain of wealth is a series of consecutive steps that can help you build wealth, achieve financial independence, and retire early. So how is education related to your financial freedom? The direct relationship is that you have learned professional knowledge and developed professional skills for a good career where you can earn a decent salary. A hot major and higher salary are always good for saving more money for investments and financial freedom. However, this is not the only choice. There are many other ways to help you succeed as well. In addition to a good career, education can also help you in many other ways, like understanding personal finance, investment, business, and the knowledge that can help you understand future trends and identify business or investing opportunities. The more you learn from education, the better choices you can make for your financial success. During the years of education, it's your golden age for learning. A good planning for education during different phases is of vital importance. A good education can only help you open the door for a good career. There is still a long way to go in your career path. There will be many opportunities in your career development. You may change many jobs as you move along the corporate ladder. Unlike education, you may face many changes, challenges, and disruptions in your career. The age of artificial intelligence has just started. It could disrupt many industries and jobs. You have to keep learning, embrace changes, and be adaptable to future trends. There are some basic career skills like job search, resume, cover letter, interview skills that you must be very experienced with. Unlike education, which is primarily focusing on academic knowledge and hard skills, career development requires the equivalent of soft skills like communication, leadership, critical thinking, and decision-making, etc. There are two important factors you need to think about your career: interests and rewards. Do you like your job? Do you think it's interesting and challenging? You can do a job much better if you like it and feel fulfilled. Do you get a good salary for your job to support a high-quality life and save more money for investing? Do you get stock options that you can grow with your company? You can be more motivated to do a better job if you get highly rewarded. You may also consider other aspects of a career, like the impact to your health and wisdom. You need to take some time to think about what's your ideal job. During the years of career development, it's your golden age for accumulating wealth. A good planning for career is of vital importance to your financial success. Most people have a decent education and career, don't have much difference in net income. The real difference is from personal finance. Personal finance includes the following activities: income generation, spending, savings, budgeting, investing, retirement planning, banking, debt, mortgages, protection, insurance, tax, and estate planning. Retirement planning is primarily about growing your retirement account and knowing when it's time to retire. The most important thing in personal finance is, of course, investing. In fact, only 20% of your wealth is coming from salary, while 80% of your wealth should come from long-term investment. Have you achieved your maximum potential for building wealth? Without a good investment, it is very hard to be financially worry-free. There are not many types of investment that work for ordinary person. The most common ones include stock and real estate investments. Stock investment is the easiest one and is the simplest way to be financially worry-free. Stock market is an aggregation of all market participants. All smart people are in the market, including institutions, hedge funds, whales, dark pools, etc. So it's very easy for entry, but difficult to consistently make money. You can try to beat the market by your own, but on the other side, there are the big institutions with the best artificial intelligence algorithms, integrating all the fundamental, financial, and economic data, all the trading signals and technical indicators, all the detailed transactions from retail investors. It would be very hard to win the trading game. It is very hard to build a balanced investment portfolio as well. Your best and risk-free strategy is to get the market return. The Standard & Poor's 500 Index is created and maintained by professionals and includes the top 500 companies in leading industries of the U.S. economy. The Standard & Poor's 500 Index is the best index in the world, and the return outperforms most fund managers and retail investors. Investing in an exchange-traded fund tracking that index, like SPY, could be the best way for ordinary person to invest over a long period of time. For this strategy to work, you need to invest a fixed amount. For example, $500 from your paycheck into SPY at least once per month. You need to automatically reinvest all the dividends received from SPY. And you need to invest for at least 30 years. It is best that you can invest in a tax-free special account, like Roth Individual Retirement Account for the US or tax-free savings account for Canada. Then, when you withdraw the amount, it's totally tax-free and doesn't affect your social benefits. So what the return looks like. Assume you invest $500 each month in SPY to your tax-free special account starting from the year of 1991. With dividend automatically reinvested, over 30 years from 1991 to 2021, you will get more than $1 million in your account. The total cost is only $180,000. This is the power of compound return. Because of inflation and new technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and biotechnologies, the Standard & Poor's 500 index should be able to provide good returns in the next 30 years. A small amount of investment plus the magic of compound interest can help everyone achieve financial freedom earlier. This is the simplest way to enjoy a financially worry-free life. Once you have some savings, you may consider investing in the real estate market. Generally speaking, real estate investment has higher returns and lower risks than stock investment. However, there is a higher threshold for real estate investment. You need larger initial capital to start with. There are two most important things for real estate investment: location and cash flows. Firstly, you need to understand why investing in real estate can be such a good deal. Because there is leverage from the bank. Assume your down payment is 20%. The mortgage from the bank will be 80% of the funding. That's the magic and the real power of real estate investing. A good property in a good location is always keeping up with inflation. We can assume that inflation rate is 2% per year, so the value of your real estate is increasing at least 3% per year. If your down payment is $100,000 and the mortgage from the bank is $400,000, after 30 years, your property will go from $500,000 to $1,200,000. However, your initial investment is only $100,000. Assuming you still have $200,000 unpaid principal, your return in real estate will become at least 800% profit over 30 years, which is significantly higher than stock investing. You may ask if there are also lots of costs related to real estate investing, such as mortgage interest, property tax, and other renting costs. That's the key for real estate investing. The most experienced investors can always find good deals with positive cash flows, and they can always find good tenants for consistent income. All the costs can be transferred to the tenants. The magic behind real estate investing is the higher leverage from mortgage. Your property only needs to keep up with inflation for at least 3% appreciation in value each year to achieve a 800% profit over 30 years. There are many ways for investing in the real estate market. For regular people, the best way to invest in the real estate market is to buy a property and rent it out for income or buy and hold strategy. Based on that, there is an advanced version of the buy and hold strategy. It's called the BRR strategy. The BRR method, or buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat, it is a real estate investment approach that involves purchasing a distressed property, renting it out, and then getting a cash-out refinance on it to fund further rental property investments. One of the main differences between the BRR method and a conventional investment property strategy is that the focus is on investing in distressed properties and on refinancing the purchased property in order to buy another one. When practicing the BRR method, it's important to take the following steps in their exact order. Step 1, buy. The BRR strategy relies on you purchasing a distressed property in need of updates and repairs. Step 2, rehab. When you rehab a home, the first improvements you'll need to make are any that will bring the home up to code and ensure it's safe to live in. Next, you'll want to identify the types of improvements that will truly increase value. These may include updating the kitchen and bathroom, improving the curb appeal, and installing energy-efficient windows, appliances, and other features. Step 3, rent. It's important to find renters before you refinance, because lenders generally won't refinance until a property has tenants. When it comes to choosing tenants, you'll want to look for certain qualities: a good record of on-time payments, a stable job with steady income, a good credit report, no criminal behavior or history of eviction, positive references. Step 4, refinance. Once you unlock the value, you do a cash-out refinance on your investment property, so you can use the money to purchase another distressed property to flip and rent out. Step 5. Repeat. In the final step of the BRR method, you'll go back and repeat the previous steps in the same order as before. If everything works as expected, you can repeat the process as much as you can. In addition to investing, you need a good budget, which can help you save money for investing. You need a good insurance package, which can prevent big financial loss. And you may need a good tax strategy to minimize your tax. Of all the personal finance activities, budgeting and savings are not only fundamental but also critical. If you don't have a good budget and enough savings, you will not have money for investing and growing your retirement account. Once you have savings, firstly, you need to set aside some money for emergencies. In case your car breaks down, you need medical care, or you lose your job. The general rule of thumb is to save enough money to cover 6 months of your expenses. So what is a budget? A budget is an estimation of revenue and expenses over a specified future period. It is just as simple as a formula. Your income minus your spending equals your savings. How to create a budget? Creating a budget is very easy. First, you make a note of all of your income and expenditures for a month. Then group all your expenditures into variable or fixed costs. Fixed costs are costs that do not change periodically, such as your rent, your car insurance, or your electricity and gas bills. Variable costs, on the other hand, are those costs that change periodically, including money spent on groceries, nights out, or any other expenses you incur that will require paying for them again. To make your monthly budget, add up the total amount of money you spend every month from fixed and variable expenses. Then subtract that amount from your monthly income. Whatever you have left over is your savings. Try to put 20% of your income towards savings. The more you save each month for investing, the better your retirement account will be. To save money, you may need to do the following activities. Assess your variable expenses and identify unnecessary costs you could cut back. Adjust your habits if you are overspending. Try spending less on optional items like clothing, entertainment, and going out to eat. Budgeting is an ongoing process. Once you have your budget, you need to review your budget each month. Your income or expenses may change from month to month, and it's important to keep your budget updated. Be sure to keep track of your total spending and savings, and adjust your expenses if you need to. At the beginning of each month, take a look at last month's budget and see how you did. This can help you make adjustments for the future. Always remember that the primary purpose of a budget is to save money for investments and your retirement. It could be difficult to increase your income, but spending smart and controlling expenses are relatively easier. Here are some most practical ways to save money. Home expenses, either mortgage or rental, are the largest expenses of all time. You may consider moving to a place where the price of a home and rental is reasonable and affordable. Sharing rental with a partner or friend could save half of the costs as well. The location of your home is also related to your transportation costs. If your community has all that you need close to your home, you may cut your transportation costs to a minimum. Pack lunch and eat at home. Minimizing restaurant spending. Making healthy food at home is healthier than eating at a restaurant. Also, you save lots of money. For internet and phone bills, if you use the same service provider, it will usually give a big discount for several years, maybe with a free cell phone. You can also ask other service providers for a better discounted plan with a new free cell phone. For electricity, water, and natural gas bills, consider plugging any insulation leaks in your home. Using smart power strips, swapping in more energy-efficient appliances, switching to a smart thermostat, taking shorter showers, and fixing leaky pipes. Prepare for grocery shopping for daily necessities. Always make a list for shopping to avoid impulse buying. Try to use as many coupons as possible and buy more of those discounted products. Buy no-name and generic products. Generic brands of medicine, staple food items, cleaning supplies, and paper products cost far less than their marked-up brand-name friends, and they work just as well too. For major purchases, you can save by timing your purchases of appliances, furniture, cars, electronics, and more according to annual sale periods. It's also worth confirming a deal is actually a deal by tracking prices over time. Enjoy free learning, free entertainment, and other free goods and services. Now, you have better understanding about budgeting. Let's move to protections. Protection, life insurance, and estate planning come in different ways, but it's majorly targeted toward protecting you against unforeseen and adverse events. Insurance is an important part of protecting your financial downside, but neither should you overpay for coverage you don't need. Auto, home, and rental insurances are mandatory and critical. Other insurance, like health, life, and disability insurance, usually comes with your company benefits. You should have a good understanding of all the key terms for your insurance policies, including coverage, deductibles, enrollment period, premium, term, etc. Estate planning is the process of designating who will receive your assets in the event of your death or incapacitation. Often done with guidance from an attorney, one goal is to ensure heirs and beneficiaries receive assets in a way that manages and minimizes estate taxes, gift taxes, and other tax impacts. Taxes are mandatory payments levied on individuals or corporations by a government entity. The purpose of tax planning is the reduction of tax liability by way of exemptions, deductions, and benefits. Considering long-term investments for your taxable accounts will help you to minimize the amount of tax you will pay. Long-term capital gains could be partially exempt from tax. You can also time the realization of your long-term capital gains so that you can be in a lower income tax bracket. This is especially useful for your retirement income. Now you understand all the important concepts of personal finance, and we have gone through all the major components of the value chain of wealth, building your wealth and enjoying a financially worry-free life starting from today.
Thanks for watching.